feeling lost and I ain't nowhere else to go now. I don't really have a place to call my home now. Everybody hating on I feel so cold now. Why do everybody make me feel alone? Like I'm feeling lost and I ain't nowhere else to go now. I don't really have a place to call my home.
As she picked up Naruto, "Hey," Naruto yelled as he tired as he kicked her, plopping Naruto down on the bed. She picked up his orange t-shirt and looked at the blood-soaking bandage under it. Darn, the one nasty gush, she admired as she unwrapped the bandage. "Just shut up and do the bandage," Naruto swarmed as he crossed his arms. "Stop squirming so I can do the damn bandage then." The nurse laughed as she drew away the stroke bandage and got a new one from the cabinet. "Okay, this isn't going to work. Take off your t-shirt," the nurse said as she crossed her arms. "No," Naruto yelled. "Yes, I've seen worse." "Gosh, stop being a sensitive," the nurse sighed. "Fine," Naruto mumbled, pulling off his shirt. Finally, then the nurse sighed out tiredly as she wrapped the ace bandage around his chest. "Okay, you can change back now," the nurse smiled as she put back the rest of the bandage rolled away. "Wait," Naruto yelled. "Yes?" Bloodbath asked. "How old are you?" Naruto asked, wondering if there's any way near his age. The bloodbath was about to answer. The head doctor ran into the room. "The test head nurse, hurry," the doctor stuttered, dragging her to the next room. "Well, see ya later, Night Fox," she said as she dashed out of the door. "See you later, Bloodbath," Naruto waved at her. "And stay safe, Sakura," Naruto smiled as he prayed for her. "May you both live the best life." Oh my god. 1, 2, 3, 5 words. The longest. "Run, Naruto." Naruto heard as turned around to see a weeping Sakura. "What happened?" Naruto choked out in shock, seeing a long black strip of darkness grabbing at Sakura. "Just run. The darkness will take you too," Sakura cried, clawing at the dirt, desperate, trying to pull her legs out of the darkness, stripping which was wrapping around her. "Sakura," Naruto cried out, running towards her. "Go," Sakura growled at her attempt of getting out, failing as she was further pulling in the darkness. "Go where?" Her last words as she was fully pulled into the darkness, never to wake up again. In the drawing hurts and deceased. "Sakura," Naruto cried out as he jumped into the drawing darkness. "Come back," he yelled as just as he was about to hit the cold raging fury was of darkness. Naruto woke up fast, flashing lights. A loud, deep moaning alerts him that someone was in a critical state. As nurse rushed past his doorway, he struggled to pull himself up, pain stinging through the door, bloody, ripping off the bandage wrapping around him. From yesterday, he raced towards the gulp nurse in front of Sakura's room. Night Fox, Naruto heard as he saw Bloodbath hurling racing towards him. "What's wrong?" Naruto asked, disgusted. "Nothing, just go back to your room and wait for me to change your bandage aid," the bloodbath said, tired as she showed Naruto back to his room. As he was walking, he saw Sakura's body twitching on the bed and passing and crazy. Pausing, Naruto turned around to see Bloodbath. What hell is happening?" Naruto yelled at Bloodbath, his fist bulging up in anger. "I'm trying now. Let me work and go back to your room," she yelled back as she reached into Sakura's room. "Proceed to start the CPR on her weakening pulse of her heart. Sakura, Naruto called out, racing into the room only to be tossed back by two previous Ambu nurses. Go back, we will inform you of her condition later. One sympathetic behind down to his level. As he start walking, the other nurse lead him to his room. As changed his bandage, insistent that he would get an information if bloodbath came too late to care for him. When the nurse left, he pulled out his t-shirt, stepped out of his door, checking to see if anyone in the hall. Upon seeing no one, he raced to the end of the hall. Sakura was located. Just as he was about to step in, he heard a familiar voice. You just don't know to listen, right? Bloodbath sighed as she stood next to Sakura checking her pulse. Well, I was worried, Naruto stuttered, trying to come up with an excuse on why he was found so late at night. Fine, Night Fox, you really want to know her condition? Bloodbath sighed. Walking up to him, Naruto nodded quickly and braced himself for an answer. She is in condition state, and what I mean by that is she's in coma. Bloodbath muttered, looking down. She is in coma? The next day, Naruto was released from the hospital with warnings, pain if he didn't take his medication from Bloodbath, but this didn't stop Naruto from visiting Sakura and nights during the crazy 2 months that all these targets had happened and temporary sensei had been found to lead a small team of Sakura and Nato on missions. Currently, the team was disbanded with Sasuke and Sakura being in the hospital, as well as Rock Lee. The exam had been thought as the people who hadn't come from their matches were removed from the next match to participate in the exam. Match switched out from Pink Rose from the vassal of Sakura's bed. He sighed, Sakura, why are you leaving me all alone with this forsaken, annoying team? Naruto chuckled. I miss you already, he laughed as he sniffed the bubble gum rose in his hand. Proceed to head to Broccoli's room. He switched out with roses in his vase and was showered with love from Guy Sensei for crying out from his students. It's really nothing, really, Naruto said, sheeply rubbing his back and his neck. Oh, but it's everything, Guy Sensei gushed out. You care for my students like I do, even though he's not your student. Guy Sensei wiped his tears of youth running down his face. Sighed slowly. He finally headed towards Sasuke's room, seeing no one had put flowers in his vase, but a couple of fangirls put a mix of black and crimson rose, wanting to apologize for not telling him the truth about why Itachi killed other Ambus and how he found out about the massacre, which was not planned by him but by Danzo. But sadly, Sasuke was asleep. Walking off, he left the hospital thinking about everything that had happened towards him. He muttered, why was I given such a sweet hell? Half a year. Time skip. It had been half a year since Sakura had been diagnosed state of coma state. Naruto had been visiting her every day, praying that she would wake up, her eyes fluttering open. But of course, with Naruto hellish world, everything he needed or wanted wouldn't happen. Continuing to switch out of the rows next to her weak, he noticed he had to go to Fourth Yamanaka store once more to buy the same soft fabric pink rose. Pushing open the glass door of the Yamanaka shop, he was greeted by one of his star pupils, Ino. Hey, sensei, Ino said, waving to him. Hello, Ino, Naruto said. A small smile from his face. The usual, Ino asked, picking some pink flowers from the small bundle behind her. Naruto nodded as he took the banquet Ino handed to him. So, Sensei, when are we going to train again? Ino asked, ringing the flowers up. As she was tapped the keys on the cashier. Soon, Naruto looked down. Sensei, that's a lie. You're not waiting for Sakura to wake up and forgot about us, Ino growled, closing her cashier because Naruto started trying to come up with the reason. Yeah, that's right. You missed my tuning exams, Sasuke. Tuning exam? And even Nato, Ino said angrily as she slammed her fist onto the wooden table. I'm sorry, no, I need to be more alert. Naruto sighed sadly as Ino softened. Sensei, Ino said, reaching out of the pet his shoulder. But I can't let any more precious people die because I wasn't there. Naruto growled, pushing back Ino's hand, and walked off. Why is she all you care about, Sensei? Walking Ino's to the hospital with the banquet in his hand. He stopped by Bloodbath. Sakura, she's awake, Bloodbath smiled, putting Naruto over to her room. Really? Naruto said, and shook his tears of joy falling from his eyes. Really? Bloodbath nodded. Naruto tugged him along the end of the hallway, stomping in the front of the door. Naruto breathed in and out. Walking in, you look at Sakura. Hey, Sakura. Naruto waved at her. Who are you? It's me, Night Fox, Naruto said, laughing as Sakura questioned like it was a joke. Sakura continued to furrow her eyebrows, trying to remember the masked boy. You seriously don't remember me? Naruto asked softly, trying to deny the fact that she, the bubblegum hair girl, didn't remember him. I'm sorry, I don't remember you, Sakura said, robotically, looking at him, a face of pure calmness visible. Naruto sighed and walked out the door to talk to Bloodbath. It seems she's sick. Joke, Naruto snared, angry growl at the former Ombu. I just said she woke up. I never said she would remember you, Bloodbath said, tapping the key on her laptop. Why are you so cruel? Naruto choked out finally on his knees. Because, the Ombu said as he left his head to face her by the chin. In Ombu, you have to lose all your humanity, she said, her eyes hardened. You would have thought a top Ombu would have known that, Bloodbath sighed, dropping his chin and walked off. I know I shouldn't care, but my mask is breaking. Sighing, Bloodbath regaining the small glass bottle on her desk. Tectonic, Bloodbath muttered to herself as she looked for a book out. Tectonic for stomach pain. As she flipped through a page looking for the ingredients list, she thought about what she had said to Nifak. She too hard to him. Probably not, considering he was in Ambu training to kill since birth. As she bookmarked the page, she was thought about Sakura. Bloodbath knew Sakura was Nifak's student, but she had never seen Sensei care for the students as much as Nifak did. Stop her rushing thoughts about Night Fox, she proceeded to pull a folder from her file cabinet, opening the crisp manila paper holder. She looked at the photos inside. The photos were Kakashi, bloody, body